This week, a special Texas House committee will hold hearings in the Panhandle as they investigate the cause of last month's wildfires. The hearings come about a month after the start of the Smokehouse Creek fire, which grew to the largest wildfire in Texas history. State Representative Ken King lost property when the fire surrounded his home city of Canadian, Texas. Now he's leading the special committee investigating the fire. Our Monica Madden spoke with Representative King about what to expect from next week's hearings.
The committee is obviously meeting next week, and you all are doing this in Pampa. I presume to be closer to the people affected by this issue. Just talk about what exactly you all will be setting out to do while you're there. Who can we expect to hear from when the committee is meeting next week?
Well, let's just start with why we're doing it in Pampa versus doing it in Austin. This didn't happen in Austin. This happened here, and it's happened over and over and over. And every time we try to get resources from the state to mitigate the next wildfire, we get some things done, but I don't think we completely get the state's attention. Where this fire burned, 3 of the last 4 big fires in the Texas Panhandle have burned the exact same track. In 17, we had a 1 million acre fire as well. And after the 17 fires, we worked to expand our contract to always have air support staged in the Panhandle. But in the 17 fire, the air support was all staged in College Station. Well, that doesn't do us any good up here. So we worked to get air support staged in the Panhandle, and we have tanks for fire retardant set up in Dumas and Childress. There's actually a tank here in Canadian that doesn't get used. I want to know why these tanks weren't used. The federal government contracts with private contractors for aircraft, and then they sublease these aircraft support to the various states. Well, sometime in the last few months, some bureaucrat in Washington, D.C. decided that we don't have wildfires in Texas until March. And so our contract was shortened and our airplanes were taken to the West Coast. So when the fire started, all of our firefighters, local firefighters, volunteer, our emergency management teams, our county judges, everybody believed we had air support sitting close, and it never came. So when we found out that somebody decided when we had fires and took our airplanes, it was too late.
It sounds like there's a lot of, ideas and actionable items you all can take in terms of response and prevention, just having the right resources there. But then, of course, there's always the factor of human error and, what causes these wildfires. And I'm curious what, if at all, accountability looks like for Xcel Energy with that down power line.
Well, I don't know the answer to that. There's a lot of lawsuits that have already started. Several different law firms are handling class action. Some individuals are suing individually. This committee is not seeking to litigate Xcel's responsibility in this wildfire. What we want to know from Xcel is, what are you going to do different going forward? What are the policy changes going to be internally to make sure another pole doesn't fall down? We want to talk to not only Xcel, but we want to talk to the co-ops that provide power to a lot of this area. But the bottom line is this: this is too big a problem to fix in a 140-day session. I can't walk in and next January and tell the legislature and the governor, hey, this is what we need. We need to get all this done in 140 days. If we don't start now and have a plan, we're not going to get anything done in the next legislative session. We'll have our formal report ready for the legislature by May 1st. And then certainly the work will continue throughout the summer and the fall to be prepared for the House and the Senate to take up meaningful legislation to hopefully make sure this never happens again.
The committee will start its hearings Tuesday in Pampa, Texas, northeast of Amarillo. They'll hear invited testimony only on the first 2 days, and then they'll open it up for public testimony on Thursday. Members of the public can attend all 3 days. Environmental concerns pushed the White House to pause new exports of liquefied natural gas. Now state lawmakers want to fight back. The new step they're taking amid concern about money and jobs in Texas.